Yo, what's popping in the streets, everybody? Back at it again. King Siley, you already know what it is. Subscribe to the channel, like, share the post, everything, so we can go ahead and get this information out to these people so that way they can check in on this good content when it drops. You already know what it is. I'm authentic, I'm real. This is quality, baby. This is not quantity. You already know what it is. We are here. Shouts out to Champion. But let's go ahead and jump right into this Crump battle prediction. So the next battle we have, which I have extremely high hopes for. Let me just take a moment for a second. Please, gentlemen. This next battle, I have high hopes for this. And I believe that it's going to be a really good battle. So please don't ruin this for me. I'm not trying to put you on a pedestal in any way, shape, form, or fashion, but I believe that we need to make sure we hit the mark with this one. Next battle, we got Kill Bill versus Evidence. You already know what it is. Let's not waste no time. Let's just, these two gentlemen, it's just hot and cold, fire and ice, fire and desire. Maybe that's probably a bad metaphor. That probably didn't work too well. Let's just erase that one. You know what I'm saying? It's just, they're two different components, two different elements, two different styles. But they do both specialize in what they do. So let's go ahead and compare the two. So of course we can only go based off of what we've seen most recently or consistent body of work of development by the artist. So starting with Kill Bill, let's look at what he's got. So Kill Bill is obviously unorthodox, storyteller, heavily character based, and very material heavy. Then on the other hand, you have Mr. Evidence, who is technical, material heavy as well, combo based, and very technical. Or I said that already. So let's compare these two. Now, how do we see this battle playing out? Because this is another Styles Clash battle. Almost in every situation you're going to see that, but not always. Sometimes you get battles to where two individuals are very similar, which we actually have that on the card, but that's for another discussion. We're talking about this battle right here, right now. So when we look at this battle, I think what we're looking at is a genuine situation to where we have a technical or tech savvy individual in Evidence, and we have a very unorthodox person in Kill Bill. So this creates the question, which style is going to be more dominant? Now, as far as what we saw in Kill Bill just recently, we see that he is very good as far as constructing and orchestrating around. Dare I say, a showman at that. Nothing wrong with being a showman, because of course in the Crump battle, especially at events, you have to be able to present this. And I think this is one of those small factors that's very important, because if you're one of those people to where it's like you're only good at getting off or having these, you know, street live moments and stuff like that, you won't last up here. And that's not to say that that's what Evidence is going to do, because that's not even his thing. But what I'm trying to get at is that I think that Kill Bill brings a very unique set of skills. So I have an opinion when it comes to when we talk about creativity. So Kill Bill is taking the road that is less traveled by people. And what I mean by that is he's not just sitting here simply just, oh, I'm just going to learn jabs. He's not, you know, throwing on some Timbs and skinny jeans and a fitted, you know, and immediately trying to dance like chess. We've all heard the sentiment before. Don't get tight butt now. Like, you know, don't get butt hurt now. It is what it is. Again, when you are simply learning from one group of people, or you're only learning from one way, you miss out on the other opportunities of creativity. So if someone gives me a route from here to here, this is from your beginning point, this is what it's going to be whenever you're the greatest of all time. Again, I'm keeping it simple. But if someone gives you a route and say you're going to go left, left, right, 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 and directly up, and then you're going to be the greatest, you miss out on a lot of opportunities that you personally may spend time on. Like, I'm going to stay at this point for a while, and then you're going to understand musicality better. Then maybe if you go to another point, you're going to understand material or combos or whatever the case may be. It's about every individual's own path. And I think Kill Bill takes the correct path as far as in terms of orchestrating the best version of him. So he is very orthodox, and his movements are laid out completely for you to see them. Does he tap in all levels of crime? One could argue yes. I would say majority of them, yes, he does. Now, does he go into every round with a bunch of kill-offs or combos? No, he does not do that. Majority of the time, he's normally constructing around storytelling, or you're seeing a lot more concept-based movements with, material here and there. But his rounds, nonetheless, are still strong and still potent, and it clearly etches out the the difference between him and his opponent, which we kind of saw, between him and Hybrid at his last battle at King of the Ring. I think that, which was a very controversial battle, because I heard a lot of different opinions. I've heard on both sides. I've honestly heard from some people that Hybrid won. I've heard from people on another side saying that Kill Bill won. So that one's up in the air. Again, another discussion for another time. But it just simply showed what he brings to the table. So I think his biggest asset here is going to be his ability to storytell, his material, and his unorthodox mannerism in which how he approaches his rounds. Then when we look on Evidence's side, so Evidence is a unique situation. He's also Kid Raven for somebody y'all who may not know, or James. Didn't mean to put your government name out there, brother, but it is what it is. But when we look at him, he's a special case because James's movements are very potent, very sharp, and very precise. Very technical. He is a very material and combo-based dancer. Nothing wrong with that in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And he does have the capabilities to get people out of here when he needs to. So I think for somebody like, almost in a sense, it's almost looking at Hybrid versus Kill Bill all over again. Without, with a few different, little pieces of seasoning here and there, something like James is not a beefy dancer. He's technical all the way through. That's his niche. So I think when it comes down to that, you have the ability. I think James does stack material a little bit better because, again, it is his niche. So, he has the ability to keep, boom, throwing it out. So he has the capabilities to get Kill Bill out of here within the first round. Those capabilities are extremely high. So when we look at someone like Kill Bill versus when we look at someone like Evidence, I think that we have somebody who is what I like to call certain dancers, like Kill Bill, I call them slow roasters. They like to beat you over a small time frame. Like they're going to keep showing you okay, I'm killing you, I'm killing you, I'm killing you, I'm killing you. Kind of like that. And then, of course, you have people like Evidence to where it's just he's going to give you a time frame in which he's going to dance, and he's going to distance the gap, or he's going to show the gap between you and your opponent over a certain period of time. So if you're able to match the momentum and match that first round or second round, that's entirely upon you. But James does present a unique angle here because his material and combos are so sharp. So weaknesses on both sides. If we're going to look at it and compare it as far as who could potentially win this battle. So, like I said before, it's almost the answer to each person's side. James does present more sharper material and combos, and I do think that he places and times them a lot better than Kill Bill does. So, if he can match that first round, I think he has the ability to get Kill Bill out of there. But he will definitely have to make sure that his character and his stage presence is on point. I think that's the one thing that's missed on James' side is that when you can see somebody's crump, but you don't see their personality or you don't see them per se. You just kind of, in a sense, you kind of see, I don't want to call him a robot or anything, but it's almost like you kind of see a humanoid out there. Just kind of just doing the movements, just boom, 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 boom. And it's fire, it's tight. But there needs to be a little bit more depth. We want to see the person. Again, it's it's like getting somebody bringing you a steak and it's cooked exactly the way you want to, but maybe there's not enough flavor to it. Now, as far as for Kill Bill, as far as for Evidence, Again, Kill Bill has the answer for it. You know what I mean? Like Kill Bill, and I've kind of almost virtually just kind of answered for both sides. Like it's a situation to where it's like, all right, well, Kill Bill, can you get in there and just pretty much create a round and take the entire air out of the room for James, or excuse me, for Evidence? Can you get in there and just pretty much just show this dude like your experience and show how unorthodox you are whenever you're dancing against him? So I think those are going to be the two biggest comparisons. Will Evidence be able to get Kill Bill out of here in the first round, just punch his head off that in that entire first round and completely make his Crump look lazy, you know, or just not very structured? Because definitely, like I said before, you know, Evidence definitely brings like that technical application to his rounds, and his first rounds are always strong. It's those second rounds that are the trick. And Kill Bill, will you be able to basically get out there and make Evidence look like a robot? Because that happens all the time. It depends on like what presence or what stage or what basically Kill Bill puts on display for us to see in that particular moment. Because again, like I said, he's great at storytelling and basically taking us through an entire storyline as far as like how he wants to develop his round. So I think those are going to be the biggest points that we need to look at this round. So based off of that, I do think that this has a high one-round battle capability. I think both of them bring very strong first rounds. I think they both go about it differently. So I think if either one of them slacks on that first round, this battle would definitely be over. So that's my opinion. So based with all that and all that information that I have that I put together and looking at like their most recent battles and session footage and things like that, I'm going to edge this battle to Kill Bill. Now I give it to Kill Bill based off of experience and what he brings. Like I said, what he brings to the table, the stamina and diversity. Often, a lot of times we do see that sometimes Evidence does gas out. Maybe if his movements don't land or if maybe he doesn't get the response he wants or something like that. I don't know if it's a confidence thing. But I definitely know that in the case that if Kill Bill gets out there and he matches him, you know, round for round, and he's throwing out killers and stuff like that, we definitely know that Kill Bill moves better than James overall. James doesn't really use the ground or anything like that, or he doesn't jump or get live like that. He can, but it's just not his forte. Kill Bill is like a barbarian out there, you know. Evidence is like a marksman. That barbarian gets up close, you know. Or maybe if Evidence sets the round off first and snipes him from the first round and gets him from a distance, we'll see. So that's what I got for that battle. Let me know your opinions. Share, like, comment, subscribe to the channel so we can get this information out there. Peace, holla, y'all.